Hello, my people. Um, so tomorrow is graduation, and I got some of my seniors just a little, um, some a bracelet, like a little, and it says something sweet and some keychains. So I'm sitting, getting ready to put names on them, and because I'm gonna hand them out tomorrow. So, and I have a list of my students on my phone. So I pick up my phone to to look at the list of students, and I see that I have a message on Facebook, on Messenger, and it was from a church member, a church friend from the state I used to live in before, and he was a member at the same church, but since I've left, he has started his own church with his family, and so anyway, I really loved his mom. And I say that in this world, we encounter people with golden hearts, and meaning that their heart is so pure that all that comes out of them is love, right? And his mom was that way, and I think that his mom was the only person at the time who knew my suffering. Like she knew how much I was suffering. She may not have known the details of why I was suffering, but she knew that I wasn't happy in my marriage. She knew a lot. And so she passed 2 years ago. I think today, 2 years ago. And I never was able to say goodbye to her, I was already living here in a different state. So I opened the message that was there, and her son sends me his message and says, "Look what I found. I found a note from my mom that it was part of her nightly prayers." And she just said, "Please, God, watch over Santi and bless her and her son Julio wherever whatever path takes her," something like that. And it kind of hit me, man. It really, really hit me. This happened like 5 minutes ago. And it really, and I read it, and it was almost like I was listening to her. She was such a sweet lady. Anyway, I think I needed to get that out. Like, after this life change, obviously I have maintained my strength, whether it's there or not. I have my bata is not dirty. I just paint with all my batas. So anyway, I've been trying to keep strong, maintain that strength, or at least that external strength. And I have not given myself the time to grieve, because I am grieving, right? And that, that kind of just kind of broke me. it kind of broke me. I really need to learn to love myself, just like the love that she had for me. And I need to allow myself to be vulnerable and realize that it's okay. It's okay to break down. It's okay to, to let the emotions out. Because it does get tiring, It gets tiring to pretend to be strong. It gets tiring, to make sure that everybody else is taken care of, but you don't do that for yourself. So I needed this cry. And this was and I told her son, I said this was a very cleansing cry. It wasn't a cry of frustration. It wasn't a cry of regret, of anger. It wasn't a cry of sadness, rejection. It was just a cry. It's almost like I had so much inside, so much built inside. And just her words. And I asked him, I said, do you still have the note? And he's like, yeah, I do. And I said, I would love for you to mail that to me if I send you my address. It's something that I will hold dear. All right, well, I'm sure I have more emptying to do. Hopefully I don't have puffy eyes tomorrow. It's the last day of school with students. And then Thursday, I'm going to be reading the students' names at graduation. So I can't look puffy. Oh, shit. All right. Anyway. Thank you to the 3 people that watch my videos. Whether you watch it or not. I mean, not that I don't want to say that I don't care. Obviously, I do. I'm just saying that it feels good to make these videos, because it's almost like I have a friend on the other side, who's listening. All right, good night. It is late and I still have to fill all these little cards out, and all my art supplies, because I took a hiatus from creating. All my cool pens and everything are all dried, and that sucks, because I left this for last minute because I knew I had the materials and supplies to do it, but I have to think of something else, or for whatever reason they'll start miraculously working. All right, well, good night. Bye-bye.